Question number 4, Jonathan Young.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Transport and asks, what update can he give on government investment in bridge infrastructure in Northland?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Mr. Speaker, the government is committed to ensuring that Northland has the infrastructure and the services it needs and deserves. I know there's a lot of excitement about this, Mr. Speaker. That is why yesterday I was proud to be part of an announcement with the National Party's Northland candidate Mark Osborne committing to replace 10 single-lane bridges.
Order. This is the last time I'm going to rise to my feet and ask members to my left-hand side to quieten down. Next time I'll be asking a noisy member to leave the chamber. This is a question that's been asked. It requires an answer, and I want to be able to hear the answer. That is the last warning I will give to my left-hand side today. Honourable Simon Bridges.
Speaker, I was proud to be part of an announcement with National's Northland candidate Mark Osborne yesterday, committing to replace 10 single-lane bridges on Northland's Twin Coast Highway over the next 6 years. This is an excellent commitment for the North. Mr. Osborne deserves credit for advocating this. This is a party that is enabling economic growth in the North. Unlike others, the government has and will continue to back Northland to succeed.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jonathan Young.
How much has been committed to the upgrading of the 10 bridges, and what are the expected benefits?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Simon Bridges.
You go back to deal making, Andrew. Mr. Speaker, the government wants to ensure Northland is ready for the influx of visitors and businesses that will come off the Puhoi to Wellsford Highway and on to the Twin Coast Highway. That's why we are committed to the next logical step, spending between $32 and $69 million to replace 10 single-lane bridges on those Twin Coast highways with modern two-lane bridges that are fit for purpose. This investment will make sure Northland has safer and more resilient roads and bridges that will enable the region to take increased freight coming out of the region, as well as increased tourist traffic across the region. I repeat, this is a party that backs the regions, unlike the latte-sipping St Mary's Bay folk over the other side.
Supplementary question, Phil Twyford.
What reports has the Minister seen on the transportation of pigs in Northland, and does he have any figures showing the amount of additional pork that these new bridges will take to market?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Mr. Speaker, the member shouldn't talk about his colleagues in that way. But, Mr. Speaker, frankly, this is something that the people of North don't see in that way. They think that it's important for their region. I saw firsthand with my own eyes the safety issues of these single-lane bridges, the way they are a lifeline to communities when flooding comes, they can't access emergency services, and the way that double-laning them and improving them will enable economic growth for many years to come in a region that this side backs while the others ignored it.
Supplementary question, Jonathan Young.
How much money has the government invested in state, highway and local roading projects across Northland?
Honourable
Speaker.
Order. Honourable Simon Bridges.
Heaps. Mr. Speaker, this National-led government has invested $750 million in state highway and local roading projects across the North, while some 40% more than Labor did in the same equivalent period. And that doesn't include Puhoi to Wellsford, a $1.75 billion project that this government, unlike the others who call it a holiday highway, will promote. Mr. Speaker, yesterday's announcement shows that the National-led government is committed to making sure that Northland succeeds and is the only one offering the level of investment in first world infrastructure to ensure Northland delivers on its abundant potential.
Question number 5, Grant Robertson.